Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Daily Bone Podcast, where we discuss all things crypto markets. That includes the majors like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, meme coins, and of course, NFTs. Today, we are going to discuss Brian Armstrong dumping Coinbase shares over the last year. We're going to talk about X Money beginning its external testing process. And we're going to talk about what buttons we are clicking in this choppy market. GM, thank you all for listening this day and each and every day. If you're listening over on Twitter, on Spaces, give us a like, give us a comment, a bookmark, or retweet. Push us out there in the algorithm. Let us know what you are trading today. If you're listening over on YouTube, drop a comment. Let us know what you are thinking, how you're navigating these choppy markets. And if you're listening over on Zora, where we stream each and every day, drop us a comment. We'll be reading those as well over on Zora. I'm joined today by Easy. Easy, how you feeling today?
I'm good, my friend. How are you doing today?
I am doing well. What have you been up to? Anything exciting?
Not much, to be honest. Just trading a bunch of stuff. Prediction markets, obviously. Having fun, just living life, thriving, surviving. What have you been doing, Ray?
I have been slowly DCAing into Bitcoin. I think I'm going to turn on a DCA into Hood today. I have been paying attention to the AI landscape. I have been working with new tools. I have been testing out new models. I have been building stuff internally for our company. But not as active on the crypto on-chain front over this past week, I'd say. There's some stuff I want to get into with Mega ETH. I just haven't had the time yet. I saw some interesting talk about NFTs on Mega ETH yesterday. There's been a couple mints, a couple decent floor prices, some small supply collections, some medium supply collections, some other stuff. I'm getting excited for the USD.AI airdrop and sale. I did some farming on that, so it'll be good to see that pay off in the coming weeks. But that's about it for me. I haven't been really too active on prediction markets either. Like I just have like a balance sitting over on Polymarket. I haven't been trading too much with.
Yeah, I mean, these Elon tweet markets have been fun. It just gives me some type of like volatility to trade, which has always been enjoyable. Yeah.
Did you hit yesterday's? I know you were
from 3 cents it ended up hitting. It was a 33x.
Let's go. Did you get that
$37 to like 600? It was nice.
That's huge.
Yeah, because I scaled out just in case. He needed to tweet one more time for me to lose. One single time in like 3 hours. But there was a Starlink launch, and he's usually attending those. So right when he stopped tweeting was right when the countdown started for the Starlink launch, and it ended like right when the market ended, and he tweeted shortly after. So I was like, okay, this is like some alpha, I guess.
That's interesting. So you had to be a little nervous there.
Very. I was watching it the whole time.
Yeah, I would be nervous too. Market's getting a little bit of a boost overnight. Hyperliquid kind of turning back their dump, which has been good to see for my bags. Yeah, I mean, but there's a lot to chat about. We got some news, we got some big stories, and then we got all the usual alpha. I'm gonna send the weather report over, Easy, and you can hit that off, and we will dive into some of these stories.
Let me just open it up. Today is Thursday, February 12th, and I'll tell you what, looking over at the crypto roundup, the majors rebounded with Bitcoin back over 68K, Ethereum just under 2K, Solana at $81, and Hype back over 31. Over the past 24 hours, Van Eck data was released showing Brian Armstrong has sold over $550 million worth of Coinbase stock over the past year. His latest sale netted just north of $10 million on January 5th. Ooh. Next up, an internal X company video showed that X Money will be launching an external beta in the next 1 to 2 months. Commenting on the platform, Elon said, "This is intended to be the place where all the money is, the central source of all monetary transactions." Crazy. Finally, Alameda Research distributed $15 million worth of Solana to creditors yesterday. They still hold over $315 million worth of Solana for future distributions. Looks like SBF is still pushing for that pardon.
Excellent weather report. Easy as always. A lot to unpack there. Brian Armstrong doing some heavy selling. I don't know like how like precedented this is for CEOs to be just dumping shares. It looks like it's been pretty like structured. Like he was dumping 25,000 shares like the first week of the month and the second week of the month starting in August. Like that was pretty structured, and then it up to 40,000 in November. I don't know if that's like trying to offset whatever crypto crash happened, if he's using these funds, you know, personally, or if he's using them to like bridge gaps that potentially could have been created by 1010 liquidations. But yeah, 550 million worth of shares. Last sale was early January, so he hasn't sold in the past month. So maybe these have slowed down or have stopped, but he was selling basically twice a month starting last April all the way through December, with his final sale being in January. Does this give you any concern for Coinbase stock, or do you look at this and say like, this is just...
I mean, I've had a general concern for Coinbase stock. It's just tied to the price of crypto. Like it's a byproduct of crypto. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, any of these crypto products exchanges are. This is basically triple tapped now on this support level. The question is, like, does crypto go lower or does crypto not go lower? If it goes lower, I think Coinbase stock is going to continue to suffer, but this is like an interesting point of resistance, support here that we've seen. Do we go below the support, or is this a good buy?
That's a tough part. If crypto holds here, it probably acts as support.
Yeah, just a matter of like where your framework is on crypto. I mean, honestly, everything's going to follow Bitcoin. It's where Bitcoin is. Yeah, so we'll see.
That's it.
Looking at the overall market, S&P and Dow are, I mean, hitting new all-time highs consistently. We're almost at 7,000 on SPX. This thing went for a while without a significant pullback. And we had this minor blip in the radar October into November, but still just up and to the right for the S&P. I think the Dow is now also at all-time highs, first time crossing 50K. So equities continue their surge overall. I don't know if people are rushing to equities, like fearing for AI and that ownership of, assets is going to be the way out in a world where work becomes potentially automated away. So I'm struggling with the framework of like how to look at things in the macro, and I'm struggling with this like on a daily basis. I do think like no matter how you look at markets, so like averaging in over time has always been a smart idea, even if you're buying in at previous highs. So
I mean, it's just a game of consistency there. Right? Like it's just a game of averaging in, letting it work, and seeing where it goes.
Silver has been trading like a meme coin, back up over $80.
It bounced though. Yeah, it bounced pretty nicely.
I mean, you could have gotten in around $65, trading at $83 today.
Yeah.
Having a nice week so far. Basically just trading beta like leverage on gold, essentially. Gold had that week of volatility that really crushed the price of silver, but gold, continuing to close at all-time highs. It's going to have another all-time high weekly close here unless something goes haywire. Back over 5,000. Yeah, I'd be ready for a crypto bounce, but I just don't have faith. I think we're going to continue to see this 4-year cycle. I have this little like green squiggly here that like I continue to look at, which is basically the exact like retracement we would have seen last bear market, like basically lining up for new lows set and a Pico bottom in October, somewhere around the 50K mark. I continue to look at this and think, like, do I want to be net short on crypto for the next 5-6 months before kind of flipping long near the bottom? But I've never had much success shorting, so it's like a tough battle for me. So I if I were to like bet, I bet we're going lower before we're going back to 100K, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So that's where my headspace is. And like, as always, I'm looking for new opportunities this year. I think there's going to be a ton of new opportunities. We've already seen one mini, like meta boom with the open claw, AI agent meta, which is still, honestly, running. You're seeing new products drop. You have stuff like Kelly Claude is still doing pretty well. Like some of the bigger, coins and projects from this meta have been performing. And have been, consistently going up. So I'm looking for new metas on chain. I'm looking for things tied to AI right now, or something just like new and novel that pops up, and continue to look for farming on AI adjacent protocols. I mentioned USD.AI earlier. They released their ICO.
What's some robotics tickers, Ray? That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah, I've been looking for them too. I pinged Sammy about this on X, and he was like, read my robotics roundup on Fridays to get them. And I was like,
is it peak PEAQ? Because that's the one I continue to see, and I'm like, is this the one?
I know what you're talking about in PEAQ. I do think robotics is interesting. I don't know like what the yeah, I don't know. Every time I look up PAQ, I can't find like a correct like liquidity pool. It all seems scammy to me.
Yeah.
Market cap. But I've been looking for robotics plays that make sense, and it kind of feels like the Kicks prediction market tooling like timing, where like he was directionally right, and the prediction market tooling is going to be important, but like anything that like spawned and popped up like kind of died because of the down market. So this is PAQ. We're at a 77 mil FDV, 31 mil market cap. This is a layer 1 blockchain powering the machine economy, designed to power decentralized physical infrastructure network. Those are DPINs, billions of devices, robots, vehicles running on them. So basically a blockchain, layer 1 blockchain focused on robotics. So if you think robotics is a meta, I think no matter what happens, I think this
that coin's down bad. Jesus.
Yeah. but with the robotics meta, I feel like there's not many like places to invest, and this could be just where somebody sprays. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Pull up Sammy's page. I'm gonna try to find his robotics article. I know he did have some like interesting plays here. Yeah, I don't know. He did write like a fairly long article on robotics. There you go. No. Decentralized AI and robotics market analysis. So he does like these weekly articles. I think he lists a couple tickers in this one. All right, so he's got some tickers here. Robotics total market cap. Virtuals being one of them. I guess Virtuals is positioning themselves. IoTex, GeoDNet, Peak, Aoki, Netix are the tickers he mentions here. Basically, the ones that are actually listed under CoinGecko's robotics category. But yeah, there's not like a whole lot to jump into here. I wouldn't be surprised if you see one or two of these like absolutely gigasend, but I just don't know enough about them right now. Wirehead X says maybe buy stocks of real companies. What do you got on the robotics side for us, Wirehead, on in terms of actual equities right now? Because I do think,
dude, I don't know enough. That's the thing. I got to look more into it because I really don't know enough.
Yeah, I mean, you could bet on just Tesla to continue with their robotics push.
Yeah. That's kind of like what you got to hope, right?
Yeah. Before we went down this rabbit hole, I was talking about the USD.AI. This is basically stablecoin built on AI compute. So when bond yields go down, stablecoin yields go down because stablecoins are basically holding treasury bonds as assets, so they get less profit. So this one is one that's tied to GPUs and compute. They run out GPUs. They run out compute to people who are using AI, essentially. So a different vector for stable coins. We've talked about this at length on the show a number of times, but they just released their details about ICO and Airdrop. So basically, TLDR, key dates you need to know. ICO is going to start February 22nd. That's 10 days from now. It'll run 5 days. So if you're ICO aligned via their what they're calling Allo Game, which is basically how you participated in the farming, you'll be able to purchase tokens there. It's going to be 100% unlocked to TGE. They're raising it at 300 million FDV. Minimum purchase $100. Airdrop details are going to be airdropping 300 million tokens. They're going to be fully unlocked at TGE. For the ICO, you need to KYC. You need to be a accredited investor if you're in the US. For the airdrop, you need to provide the wallet on their site where you earned your points. I'm like top 2,000 on this leaderboard for the USD.AI. But there's a lot of people who have earned a ton of points here. So we'll see how we make out, and we'll see how this product does. I liked it as a bet on lowered interest rates and a different sort of stable coin with the AI narrative as well. So we'll see how this does. Just want to give you those details for the USD.AI, since we've talked about that in the past and some of you may have been participating. We have a question from LA Batboy in the crowd on one of the news stories from today. This is regarding the Alameda $15 million Solana distribution. He wants Easy's take. Does this matter? Does it not matter? Thoughts on Alameda?
I don't think it matters.
I think I'm with you.
I don't think it matters. Like, that might sound crazy, but I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, no, I don't think. I think it's normal. I think at this point, I mean, they only have $350 million worth of Solana as overhang. That's not a huge amount of money in a world where capital is flowing into these like institutional ETFs and products. Solana has ETFs now, so I don't think this is like some crazy overhang, like a Satoshi wallet type deal here. So
yeah,
that's my thought.
I think so too. It's not like we're like watching some hidden craziness. Like, this is just the situation. It's not a ton of SOL. It's not a crazy amount of capital. I don't know. I'm very indifferent to it. It's the overhang's not scary.
We've got Cirkin Lord in the chat doing some research for us, telling us that ChatGPT said to look at Stereo Taxis, Nightscope, and Procept for robotics companies. This is the first one. He said Stereo Taxis. This one is down like infinite percent from peaks. I don't know about this one, but has seen a little bit of a run as early as 2021.
It's down infinite.
You have KSCP, Nightscope Inc. on the NASDAQ, also down maybe more infinitely than the other one. These just look like Memecoin rugs, Cirkin Lord. Is ChatGPT a bag holder of these? What's going on?
These things look terrible. What are we doing here?
Rich Tech Robotics. Like, I haven't heard of any of these things. Rich Tech Robotics is RR. Oh, this one's not as bad. It's newer, lower cap, launched in 2024, peaked at 12, now at 3. Consumer durables, electronics, and appliances. Yeah, some of these are tough. Some of these are very tough.
Some of them are tough.
Ellie.jpg says ChatGPT is hallucinating on you, Bachelor.
Some of these are tough.
These are tough. You've been trading any meme coins?
Few, not as much. I mean, if we look at Dune, it's been a little bit quiet. Obviously, it doesn't help that right now we have like Solana selling off, right? So like that usually leads to some level of a drawdown. And when I look at like some of the meme coin dashboard stuff, we're back to like mid-December. We're still higher than we were October, November, December, but we're not where we were in January, late January, where it was like you could actually find some entries and make some plays. Where we are right now is kind of a situation that it's almost like, okay, we got to pick and choose our spots here, because there's not as many runners. There's a lot of stuff topping out pretty aggressively and pretty early, which is tough. So, yeah, you're kind of in a situation where you don't really want to like blindly ape a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this, it's like we were hoping for like an exponential like blow off top coming out of the like late January run, and instead we've seen a pullback. So we're trending in the wrong direction from where we were like end of December into end of January. Like things were looking great. We were seeing huge days, multiple runners, lots of wallets active. Now you need to be more protective of your capital in the meme coin space, and this is something we monitor. We trade every day, so we'll keep you up to date on these meme coins as much as we can. Dude, this white whale token is wild. I haven't.
It's had some pumps, dude.
I think I sold this at like, I don't know, 7 mil, and I haven't traded it since. Like somewhere along this initial run up, I bought and sold. But this thing's like had some serious pumps. Like it went from 34 to 140 on this pullback, and then it dropped all the way down to like 60, sub 60 again. And now it's almost like recovered half of that dip. So like, I don't know if like this is like a buy the dip candidate anytime it dips. I don't know much about like this guy and what he's doing. I just know that from what I've heard, it's like supply control plus pushing narrative. 23,000 holders right now at a $94 million market cap. But this is one I kind of like watch to have like a pulse on like meme coins running, because it seems to be one of the ones that does move the hardest. Some funny ones in here moving. Moodang 20% on the day. Who's still buying Moodang is the question.
I was wondering that same thing. Like, look at that candle.
Who's
still buying this?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a crazy candle on Moodang. Look, there's been a couple of these like really weird like spike accumulation candles. They just keep getting smaller every time. It's like the roller coaster. You can literally draw the roller coaster on this like most recent run.
Each loop is smaller than the last one.
Yeah. And there's our little roller coaster on the chart. But yeah, that's interesting. How about Chill Guy? Kelly asks. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't even think Chill Guy's watch this anymore.
Chill Guy's not even in my hemisphere anymore, my friend.
Yeah, I don't see too much more on the meme coin side. So let's move over to prediction markets over on Polymarket. After the jobs data, the rate cut decision for March has really fell off. If you took the no on that, that was a big gainer. That was at 18%. Yes for the rate cut on 25 bips, now down to 6. So that's dropped 66%. So pretty decent chunk gain you could have had there on the no. Looking like almost certain we're going to see no change. Anything you've been trading on Polymarket this week?
There was a big dispute market yesterday for Solve Energy IPO, which I was on the right side. Now I'm on the wrong side of. So gonna wait to see how that one settles. I'm interested in the celebrity all-star game.
This is actually a pretty crazy one. Like this one went back and forth multiple times. Look at this. All right, so anyone who's listening, this chart is crazy. So this is the Solve Energy IPO closing market cap. There are two options here. One is 5.4 bill or greater, and the other one is less than 3.8 billion. So there's a big gap there on which one of these is true. So it got up as high as 99% that it was going to be 5.4 billion plus. Then it flip-flopped. Less than 3 billion got up to 90%. And then it flip-flopped again with 5.4 billion coming back to 50%. 5.4 billion plus got up to 75%, dropped back down to 29%, and now is all the way up at 96%. So this thing was all over the place. What's the story here, Easy? What happened?
There was a big argument on if there should be how the market cap was calculated, and outstanding shares, voting only shares, and the back and forth was crazy. So now it's coming down to an UMA decision. They're still arguing in the Polymarket Discord about it. Someone used a Bloomberg terminal, which showed it at 3.8 bill. Somebody originally tried to bond it at 5.6 bill. So if you go to 5.6, the other one, the second, go down. You can just scroll down. 5.4, whatever it was. Scroll down. Go to holders. No, just go to holders.
Holders.
And then hit that and go to 5.4. The yes is Armageddon Rewards Billy. He tried to bond 100,000 shares at like 96 cents. And originally, like, no one even noticed it. This guy Scout saw it. It was like, wait a minute. Interesting. And saw the Bloomberg terminal had it at 3.4 or some shit. And he ended up buying a ton of shares at 3 cents and then disputing it. And this guy was down like astronomically. So the last
Rewards Billy was?
Yeah. It was like the biggest one-click swap we've seen where like the guy ended up like 300K off of that. So right there was where the flip happened. And then Scout got out around like 90 cents.
Yeah,
but
99% down to 5% was
crazy swing.
A quote unquote free bond market.
The bond market.
Yeah.
The bond market.
That's why like these 90% markets aren't often 90% markets.
Yeah. So that was the craziest thing to see, obviously. It was fun to trade it. I wish I sold when I was up on it a couple times, but whatever. Yeah, it's been a fun market to just watch how these people trade and go back and forth, because it's just been like this crazy situation.
There's a lot of people holding a lot of these shares.
Yeah. That's the crazy part. There's a lot of people on like a lot of stuff. This market had like less than $20,000 of traded volume until this dispute. And now it's like there's been rewards on it. It's just been a crazy market to watch. And just participate in and just like see what people are doing. So it's been pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie, to be able to like watch it, how it trades out and like what happens.
That's nuts. What else have you been looking at? What else?
I'm on the Wynn Resorts quarterly earnings today. I took the no.
Okay, so no. You're on.
Yeah, I'm in at like 75 cents, like right here, basically. I just think the whole Vegas situation with like Vegas losing foot traffic, they're probably going to continue to miss. But like I said, it's more just like some levels of speculation. There's another Elon market tomorrow for tweets, and I took another no at like 74 cents on 400 to 419, which I don't think will hit. It'll be interesting though, because I follow this one guy who's like really good. This Gustav 4 guy. And I like trading what he takes. Yeah, he's really good.
So 400 to 414. Gustav 4 is on the no.
Yeah, he's on no for basically everything though. So he's on no for 340 to 359, 4 to 419, 380 to 399, and 420 to 440. So if it's under 340 or over 440, he's going to gigaprint. But his biggest positions are that no right there, and then a bond for 340 to 358. But I like following him. He created the site Elon Tweets Live, and it's been just fun to follow him.
Okay, so for the purposes of market, only main feed posts, quote posts, and reposts will count. Replies will not count. However, replies on the main feed, such as this one, will be counted on the track. So what is this weird? So this is a reply on the main feed. What does this mean? So if he replies to him, it goes on the main feed.
Any reply. No, replies don't count. So it's only his tweets.
It says this one
so
counts.
If he quote... Oh, if he replies to himself, I guess. See, that's the thing, is I just follow the smart money on these because I don't fully get the rules.
Deleted posts will count as long as they remain available long enough to be captured by the tracker around 5 minutes.
That's the other crazy thing, is their tracker on this site sucks. It's always delayed. So you like have to go use a different tracker.
Well, yeah, you can use a different tracker, but if it doesn't get hit here,
this one is pretty good. It's just that the
one.
site does not update. Yeah, the site does not update. So if you look here, this one's right where you can see the February 10th to 14th market.
The 6th to 13th or the 12th to 14th?
6th to 13th. Sorry, 6th to 13th.
Yeah. So this is right, but it's not showing correctly on the actual market.
Yep.
That's weird.
Yep.
That's just a simple plug and play fix. But
yeah,
people are seeing 304 here, and they're like, "Oh, maybe I'll take a flyer on the no 340."
Yep.
No.
Yep. That's the thing.
That was my first thought. I was like, "Why is that so low?" But you go to the resolution page and look there. So daily average 58 tweets a day. That's a lot of tweets. You think he's writing these all himself?
I don't know. I have no idea.
That's
I literally don't know.
Always pretzels me with Elon, like where he has the time to like constantly be plugged in. Like I'm sure he has somebody at least like keeping him up to date on what's relevant and like what he needs to comment on or what he needs to post about. But like, is he actually doing all this posting is the question.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Man, just like an anomaly to me, like the amount
accomplished. None of it makes any sense.
Wow. Yes, on Jesus returning.
Yep, that's free money.
It's at 3% now. Well, look at there's like meta bets now. Will Jesus returning before 2027? Will the odds of that be greater?
So what's crazy about those is people are like gaming the system. They'll go
Right.
and just like pump the shares to hit on that.
I mean, this feels just like a brilliant marketing opportunity because when you do this and you can allow people that opportunity to pump the shares on the initial, not caring at all about Jesus returning and like knowing it's fake, they just want to make money. Like then you can use the Jesus returns market being at like 5% as like a really like punchy news story. So I like the marketing angle here by Polymarket on this one.
Yeah,
that's funny. Anything else that catches your eye? Netflix stuff that's resolving today. Oh, it looks like we have some not so much certainty anymore. I feel like these are all pretty certain.
It resolves Tuesday next week.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay. Is this a new one?
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense.
It's Tuesday to Tuesday.
Any insight on this market? Not a ton of volume yet. It looks like it's like neck and neck for top US show. Lincoln Lawyer, How to Get to Heaven from Belfast, Love is Blind, season 10. Is it Cake Valentine's Day? So lots of different options there. Top US movies. It looks like The Rip has essentially lost its spot.
It's fallen off.
Train Your Dragon at number 2. Is this just the original How to Train Your Dragon movie?
Yeah, like, so it just got added back there. It just got added back.
Fun fact, this is my wife's favorite movie.
Really?
Yeah. So I don't know if that affects the market at all. Maybe we'll watch it once. But I think we had it already on Disney Plus. I don't know. I don't know how that works. You taking any of the Netflix markets?
Not. I'll wait till the weekend to see.
Okay. So nothing out of the gates. Anything else on the Polymarket side?
No, that's usually it. Just kind of keeping tabs on stuff, seeing where smart money's flowing and trying to copy trade it.
What do you use to follow?
I'm using Bullpen's Event Scope for the most part. And then I've been using that thing Camel pushes on site.
Oh yeah.
On-site's pretty good.
I keep meaning to try it, but I just like haven't really had time to dive in.
Yeah, they're both pretty good.
Nice.
So a lot of it's sports, which is tough, but like you can still follow smart money on sports and find opportunity. Like I took the Bucks last night at like 35 cents and they ended up winning just because I saw a bunch of really like profitable wallets taking it. And yeah, sometimes it's just like following smart money and making sure you're not oversizing.
Interesting. Yeah, I saw you shared a play on a soccer bond yesterday.
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting. So this is a Discord bot or Telegram bot that just shows like top trader alerts?
Yeah, so they have Telegram and I think it's only Discord, to be honest. Which will show like top traders, what they're picking, where they're picking, plays they're on, stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, this is cool. May as well just track it and see what happens.
Interesting. I like that. I'm gonna have to jump in and finally give this a test. We'll change gears a bit here before wrapping up the show. I'm gonna go through some quick hitters on the day, news stories that matter. You can find all of these at dailybones.com. Subscribe to our daily newsletter. Goes out Monday through Friday with a recap on the weekends. Over the last 24 hours, you saw BERA, the token for BERA chain, surge over 100% at some points overnight. BlackRock announced they are launching their Build token on Uniswap. Bybit is going to be offering retail-style bank accounts. The odds of a U.S. government shutdown by the end of the week have surged to 75% on Polymarket. The Binance Safu Fund purchased another $305 million worth of Bitcoin. They continue to convert their stable coins into Bitcoin. The SEC's chair, Paul Atkins, addressed concerns over crypto enforcement, specifically regarding the Justin Sun. MoonPay enabled wallet-to-wallet crypto transfers via Telegram. Arkham has a centralized exchange. They are now moving to a decentralized exchange model. Vitalik co-authored an article about using ZK proofs to enable AI privacy. The small country of Kyrgyzstan, their crypto tax revenue has now exceeded that from their largest commodities market. There's a privacy-focused stablecoin USD that is now launched on the Aleo blockchain. This comes as some institutions are calling for 5 to 10% of Bitcoin to be moved onto privacy coins this year. And we saw the BlockFill crypto lender halt user withdrawals yesterday, sparking some panic for their users. All that and more each and every day. Dailybones.com to subscribe. Absolutely free. That being said, anything else you want to chat about, Easy? Anything else you want to unpack before we wrap today?
No, shorter episode. Market's quiet. Game of survival. Find interesting stuff. I see Mega ETH's got some opportunities. I saw some people playing a game that's similar to Beacon. It's been interesting.
Oh, yeah, I did that last night. I just remembered. It was like you like jumped in, you made a little character. I bought like a pack.
Yep.
I can't even remember the name, honestly. I'm gonna have to look it up. Hit me up in the Bodogas Discord. Well, you know what I did? Like I spent like 0.01 ETH on a character that's doing something with like a crown token. But I wanted to explore, just kind of dipping my toe here and there. But thank you all for listening. It's another wonderful episode of the show. We do the show Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. You can catch us on all major podcasting platforms. Catch us on Spotify. Catch us on Apple. You can also watch back on YouTube, Zora, see what we're talking about in real time. Thanks again for listening. Have a wonderful